Maybe. Oh wait, there I go. Oh. I'm on Facebook. Alright, let's do it. I'm so switching to easy. Alright, here we go. By the time I got set up, I've got about 43 minutes before I gotta get back to work. Not terrible. Come on. This is like a weird Assassin's Creed thing. We gotta like run into the game somehow. I was actually planning on being wrapped up on this game for a while because I was frustrated with it. Oh, hey, look at that. I got 2 people watching. I'm like monitoring my phone and seeing myself delayed. 3 people watching. What's going on, guys? All right. There we go. All right. So obviously the gaming world has been in the... oh, this is like a Moses thing out of the Bible. Like, am I going to... Yeah, I'm going to take this guy down for... So I think I just... Did I... What kind of takedown was that? I guess I did a good thing. Alright, so... this is stream number 3. Been pretty crazy. I think I hit... and by the way, I do eat my lunch while I do this, so... Forgive the eating, but... Stream number 3, I eat while I play. Oh, I don't think I want to... play that guy yet. Let's go ahead and do a little easier one here. Oh. Who talked to me? Did you hear that on the stream? He said, hey, you stop. Where did he come from?
Halt! Hey! The end has come for you.
Oh. That guy's got a spear. Oop. For the record, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know if I'm going to survive this. I mean, as far as talent goes, this is not the game I have a lot of talent at. And I did... oh, there we go. I'm going to be alright. So... I tried to stream a different game. I'm having trouble getting Steam, which is like another platform, hooked up to be able to stream it correctly, to get it going correctly. So I'm back to Assassin's Creed. Okay, so... I get to use my Warhawk now, I guess. So are these just like bad guys? Because, I mean, let's face it, that's a little tempting. Dude's just kind of out here. I didn't even know you could do this. Fun fact, oh, maybe I'm not supposed to take other people's camels. Is it like a thing? Don't take other people's camels in ancient Egypt? Okay. I'm not a very good camel swordsman. Oh, that guy's got a spear. I feel like he could... I should probably either hide or take these dudes out. Oh. Alright, so that's basically like my alarm. You will fire the what? Oh. Oh, that's like a power swipe. Interesting. Okay, so apparently people are attracted to me, or they notice me when I'm on the camel. Let's go ahead and get down. How do I get off the camel? Oh, the camel couldn't rear. Oh, there we go. So can he, like, recognize my little eagle friend here? Can he recognize, enemies? Or did I, like, take out some enemies here? Thank you, Mr. Warhawk. I go back and forth between calling him a Warhawk and an eagle. Anyway, we'll get into the, you know, kind of the social, aspect of whether or not, you know, this is good or bad for society. I am checking, just checking my text to make sure that nobody's texting me being like, stream's not working, dude. Okay, so we got a whole bunch of Egyptian soldiers going on over here. But I pretty much can just like walk over. I mean, jeez. I just gotta go right there, right? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Oh. My chicken is growing cold. I'm going off screen to take bites. Hashtag not vegan. It's called Assassin's Creed because, like, assassins, as far as I suppose, are not supposed to be noisy and causing problems like I was right there. So, I can just walk around like a regular dude if I'm not going to cause problems. Walk past this guy. Be a bother to him. It's kind of nice. It's nighttime. Okay, so what the research shows, because there's been this whole thing of like, you know, is this promoting violence? No, it's not. It's just promoting breaking into places you're not supposed to be at, apparently. What the research shows is that it's pretty clear there's really no correlation between video games and committing acts of violence. We know this because these games are equally popular in Europe and Japan. Did I hide? And so there's something else going on. There's also a positive correlation between when a big game comes out and the crime rate. Believe it or not, the crime rate dips when a big game comes out because people aren't out getting in trouble. That's like all violent crime. I said violent crime as I, you know, of course, grabbed an ancient Egyptian soldier there and knocked him in the head, which would count as certainly violence. I'm not sure if it counts as crime. Yeah, this is more how you play the game. We're supposed to sneak around and stuff. I was not doing a good job in my earlier streams. Oh, hey, look, there's a guy. So if I, like, smack that guy's going to come get me, and people are going to be upset. So let's not do that. See if we can get this dude first. Good thing about playing Assassin's Creed over lunch is there's actually time to, like, take bites. I gotta, like, move him. Now I'm gonna have to. Hopefully that wasn't too noisy. So yeah, overall, you know, the evidence over decades across continents is that there's, you know, this is an easy scapegoat when something terrible happens, but that's not what the evidence points to. And, you know, the other thing is like, oh, well, video games do make kids less likely to participate in other activities, sports, 4-H, choir, band, whatever. I actually agree with that, but the thing is the same thing's true about cable TV and every other distraction ever. I'm not really sure what to attribute. I'm gonna drink here.
Hey, what are you doing?
Who sees me, guys? Oh, that guy? Oh, he's gonna have to go away. There does seem to be a lowering of the activity level of kids in general. How do I carry him? You know what? Let's just get out of here. I gotta free these prisoners.
Quickly, go. Where is Teramun? Dear Amun. He has died from his wounds.
Ah.
His family will want to bury him properly.
Oh, this is gonna be awkward. I gotta carry this poor gentleman out. Try not to get spotted. Very Navy SEALs, like leave no man behind type thing. Okay, I can climb over stuff. That's good. Well, you know what? It's hard to sneak around when you're carrying a deceased farmer. That's the case. So anyway, yeah, this is a positive, and I would say that this is, this idea of people like sitting alone in their basement, like gaming for hours on end. This is definitely more of a social activity. I'm a person that does not do much of this. I mean, you are seeing 100% of the time I'm playing. Like, I tried to play last night, I just couldn't get to work. However, the audience was a lot better there. But you're seeing 100% of the time that I'm playing, which is 3 or 4 hours a week total. I think, in 2018 when I was working for myself, hang on, I need a bite of food here. 2018, I was working for myself, and, Ava was born. The Xbox says I logged 30 hours for the year. I had a brand new baby. I mean, that's just what I could do. I was working like crazy to pay the bills. That's why it's great to be an employee again and, get a lunch hour. And it's, because of kind of the nature of the work, I got to be here for coverage. So I kind of have to take the lunch hour. I can't just not take it. Or I can just work more. But, I have the option to take a lunch hour, and it gives me the opportunity to build something. And so that's really cool. If I can go ahead, before we find out the story here, and as I take another bite, if I can go ahead and plug the podcast and the writing and stuff. Week 1 on this Adult and Gamer thing, we are up over 1,000 hits. So between the live streams, the
Bring sad news.
oh, hang on.
Where is Issa?
She lies here with her son and daughter.
The entire family.
Sadly, I see Terramoon also paid the price for his recklessness. I warned him that his rebelliousness would bring torment and suffering.
What happened?
They saw the soldiers coming and hid in the cellar. But the soldiers burnt the house to the ground to teach everyone a lesson.
I'm sorry.
Put the body down there. They will journey to the Duat together. So many deaths in the Wahat. We cannot give them a proper burial.
It's not your rebelliousness that got you killed, Seni. It is Tolabi's sick regime. He is a bad pharaoh.
Okay, so we're setting up the antagonist there. Bad monarch. A lot of monarchs in the history of the world have been pretty bad. Definitely. And hello to Kevin Barry and my cousin Nolan. And
Peace.
you know what? This is one of the things I like about stuff like this.
Find more than we had here.
Is it confronts you with the reality. I like the kind of historical element of, oh, let's go ahead and get me a level 3. I can maybe go back to that cave now and survive. This confronts you with the reality of, you're in an interactive world. confronts you with the reality of like just how unstable life was for most people throughout most of human history. The fact that we have modern medical care, and that for the most part we are not put in situations where our occupation is life-threatening or hazardous, that we can travel without being set upon by bandits. If you look at the last 5,000 years of human history, those are all pretty special things. I'm interested to see a little more where the character goes here, as I believe there's going to be a few things that I'm like, I don't know about. Let's go hunt some wildlife, and then I got 28 minutes left on the stream.
This will be enough. Thanks to Neith, goddess of hunting.
I wrote about this on Medium. I was plugging the other stuff. So doing a podcast. I play. If I'm playing, you guys are seeing me play. I got a podcast going on under the tag Adults and Gamer. It's the intersection of pop culture and career advancement, life skills, etc., etc. Oh, cool. I actually already got the stuff. I don't even need to go over there. You remember, if you saw my other stream, I was hunting those, I don't know, some sort of desert mammal. And where do I do that? There we go. Cool. Now I'm less susceptible to stuff. Oh, jeez. What do I gotta get? 13 logs? Cool. 13 more hides. And increase my arrow capacity. Those all...
This will work perfectly.
No, okay. Well, that's that, I guess. Let's pick something else. Alright, let's go back and see if I can beat this time. This is the one I died on like 5 times in a row. It's going to be a bit of a hike over there. Yeah, podcast I do 5:30 to 6:30 a.m. It ties into, kind of pop culture, the deeper and more important parts of life. And then I am writing on Medium and LinkedIn. If you want to check out any of those things, hit about 1,000 connections on the first week. People watching the stream, people reading, people podcasting. Honestly, the podcast is... I'm doing it just with AirPods stuck in my ears. I'm on an app called Anchor. Anybody can have a podcast at this point. Anchor is fantastic. You can do it mobily. You can do it on the run. And I think that a lot more people ought to be podcasting than are. It's free. Ooh, there's a guy that's a 4 up there. I'm a 3, which means that's a mismatch. I probably don't need to mess with him. Let's move around. I just get killed. So if you want to check it out there, the point is that like this is the place, kind of the gaming world is the place that I come to like kind of chill out, enjoy some life a little bit, which is stuff that I have not done a lot in 2017, 2018. I have not been good at figuring out when to take breaks. Like I'm a pretty fun-loving person when I don't have pressure on me. For a long time, that was fine. It's like, whatever. There's only so much work to do. There's only so many responsibilities to handle. You eventually get to the point where you do have to hit pause. There's so much stuff I can get done. Amanda and I are just going to watch a movie or something tonight. We're not really going out anywhere because we don't have a babysitter, but just a little bit of no responsibilities, which is pretty... the days are pretty long, honestly. Real schedule, I went to bed about midnight last night after taking care of some stuff, did some extra work last night, and then Ava woke up at 2, Ava woke up at 4, and then she woke up for real at 5. I took her for about an hour walk, and that's actually a big recharge for me, just being outside with her in a jogging stroller, and about 30 minutes of listening to other podcasts, YouTube videos, getting caught up on some stuff. And about 30 minutes of recording a podcast. It's about a 15-minute podcast, but it takes me a minute to get rolling. I might stop here and just practice like Daniel San and Karate Kid, what my moves are, because... How do I put the... Oh, I forgot you could I don't know what that just did. Oh, it's a torch versus a sword. I swear I got a shield at some point or whatever. Again, I'm like playing this in front of people and I don't know what the buttons do because I just don't have that much time to play. Okay, bow. There's like a way to block or something. There used to be a way to block in this game. You could like block attacks. There's just dodge. So I guess you just dodge in and out. You saw me get through that last quest fine because I was able to use a lot more stealth. This is a game that requires a lot more stealth. These games where you're just like this super human creature that's mowing through aliens or whatever. Those are fun, but like it's a little more interesting to think about a character like this in a real setting like this. I mean, they do a lot of history to get these Assassin's Creed games right. Let me turn my like screen up. I don't even know if you can see a difference there, but I could use a little more brightness. Oh, it's just nighttime. It's the way it is. You know, they do a lot to get these settings right. Like sometimes I just like to kind of stop and look around and think about the fact that, like, you know, Egypt would be one of the top places I'd really like to travel to internationally. There's just so much that's happened there in world history. A 5,000-year-old country. That's crazy. All right, I got 18 minutes left. I probably got 2 runs at this, maybe 3. I've died 3 or 4 times in a row in front of people because, like I said, if I'm playing, I'm streaming. That's all the time I got on this dude. Okay, so I don't know what that, like, what that does. The premise of Assassin's Creed is that, like, you're actually, like, tapping into, like, these memories stored in your DNA, and this is your ancestor, and so this company is, like, using your DNA to, like, unlock history, and so you are playing as your ancestor, and you're in this simulation. Oh, hey. Oh, cool. Maybe I should take just a second, like, get some... I need 13 of those. So can I, like, mark those? Or not? Because I do need to get down there, and can I get in closer, or... Okay, why don't I try to do the main objective, just because we're around a lunch hour here shortly. And I come back and do that stuff. But yeah, you know, I think one thing that could be interesting about this is, like, I wonder if anybody starts trying to game because of the channel or whatever. Because Amanda's actually started playing a little bit, a game called The Long Dark that I think would be really cool to do on the stream. Which I'm sure I will at one point. I'm going to let her finish it so we don't kind of save over each other's games. But that's a slower paced, like, educational one or whatever. How many arrows do I even have? Okay, so maybe I did this in the daytime before. Maybe the bad guys are asleep. That'd be really convenient if they were asleep. Like, if I could just kind of go through and thwack everybody as they were taking a nap or whatever. Okay, so just a little tactical stuff here. Uh-oh. Okay, he's a 3, I'm a 3. Not an easy fight to win. Let's see if I can get him on the choke out or whatever. Oh man, I can't see him. Uh-oh, you think I woke up some other people? I mean, it's kill bandits, so, like, that's what I gotta do in this level, no matter what, but, like, oh, man. Oh, that helped. I did, like, a super move or something. Uh-oh. Gotta get out of here. So you have to get out of combat to basically heal up. And getting out of combat, so it looks like there's at least 3 that I got left. Heal up, dude. I gotta go work on some marketing campaigns. So let's get through this one in 18 minutes. Okay. So this is interesting because the visibility is low. Let's get back in here. So anyway, you know, I think I wrote about this, but getting back to the theme of, like, you know, are video games bad or whatever, it's like, oh, well, you know, people who play video games, they don't do other stuff. And it was always something. It's like, oh, well, people read gossip magazines, they don't do other stuff or whatever. I mean, I 100% believe that people waste time on things. I'm gonna shoot this dude. Come on, buddy. There we go. That worked out pretty well. Anyway, if distraction or addiction or whatever, like, that's always a symptom of something else going on. And I do believe that, you know, like physical addiction, psychological addiction, etc., like, those are 100% real things. Goodbye. I mean, I shot the dude in the head. Well, come on up the ladder. You... Haha. I mean, how many bandits make up, like, a group of bandits? I got 2 more of these dudes. I think the whole thing is, like, to kind of get in and dodge and stuff, right? I may actually get these dudes this time. Come on, parry, and... Alright, seems like I may have got through a pretty good group here. Again, fairly new to the game. I don't think I want to fall down. So, how do I go on the ladder? And, the thing is that I think about, you know, when we talk about the positive or net negative here or whatever, you do need good chunks of time in your life with no screen whatsoever, and this obviously is not that. But, I mean, this is such a small part of what I'm doing. Anyway, the science basically is in. This is settled. Like, there's... Oh, I thought that was like an objective. That's a guy. Let me hang out here. So part of it's timing. You can see that those guys are walking together. I don't want to take on 2 of them at once. Can I get him as a takedown? Does that work if he has a shield on? Yeah, well. No, got him. Man, I had so much trouble. Alright, I got 14 minutes to start another quest here. The crazy thing is that the output on this is so much that I wind up burning about an entire battery, but I don't know, the battery for this thing's like, or the cord for this is like $60, and I like never want to pack the cord up and bring it to work, so I just sort of like figure I'll make it. I've only got an hour anyway, so I'll just figure I'll burn through a battery. What does this say? Not yet. I'm not that good. Okay. Let's oh, we can't fast travel there yet. Okay. Let's keep climbing through the cave here. By the way, Missouri, of course, I now live in St. Louis, is you know, kind of the land of caves.
Spring, you got a
it back. Thank the gods. The farmers need this desperately. I'm very grateful, Wire. It's like having our Medjay back again.
I'm glad I could help.
May Amun walk with you, Seni.
Okay. As far as the religious tone of the game, which there's a good bit here. So this is a little complicated because I believe the main character is supposed to be Zoroastrianari, however you say that, which is not a current belief system, I don't think, anywhere in the world. But it's more of a Persian, Persian, modern-day Iraq-Iran type thing going on. So this guy being from Egypt, I don't really... I think that's one of the parts of the game that I'm not sure I agree with the kind of historical accuracy on. Alright, let's go find some, like, stuff to do. But, you know, it's like, well, is this mindless or is this, you know, is this smart? Like a lot of things, it kind of depends on how much effort you put into, you know, the experience. It's like, you know, there's a lot of TV shows that require a lot of attention to detail. You know, and if they're just folding laundry shows, it's like, well, is it smart entertainment? Well, if you're not getting anything out of it, you know, if you're not getting the, like, you could watch, like, HBO's The Wire, which I will confess I've only watched a couple episodes of, but it's very smart. You know, Baltimore is in the news at the moment. I think it's one of those shows that's pretty topical and pretty timeless that you can pick it up whenever, and it'll be pretty good for you. Oh, man. I think I need to do some other stuff. Let me find some animals to hunt or something, because I don't want to take that on with 12 minutes to go. I'm going to get killed. You know, The Wire can be, I think, one of the most brilliant experiences you've ever had, even though I've never gotten back to it, or it could just be kind of a surface level, like, kind of gangster show as you're folding a laundry. And it really depends on how much you're paying attention, how much you think about what you see. You know, I mean, you could say the same thing for books. Like, you know, Animal Farm was a book that was just like, oh my gosh, I loved it in high school. And then there were kids who were like, why are the pigs talking? And I'm like, well, because the whole thing's an analogy. Like, it's symbolic. Like, it's not actually about pigs talking and a horse working himself to death. Like, there's something else going on here. And so for them, like, you know, Animal Farm was just, you know, and I'm not talking about the people that listened to it and didn't get it. Talking about the people that, oh, what? Do I need to help somebody here? Did you hear that? I'm talking about people who didn't pay attention to what it was about. Like, do you hear a bleeding lamb or a bleeding goat? Got him. Gonna need those feathers for something. So it is. This is how I dodge around or whatever. I do that. The, you know, you can call this a fake experience if you want. But I tell you what, the fake experience makes me really want to go see the real one. Where am I hearing that noise from? It's kind of great to play a game that has, like, so much open space. Like, if you're doing Call of Duty or Fortnite or something like that, it's so frantic. You don't have time to just stop and look around. Tell you what, this also makes me want to see, like, New Mexico and Arizona and stuff. I've not been to the deserts of the Southwest. I've actually never been in a desert, period. Despite the Counting Crows, one of the greatest bands of all time, singing about the desert. It is August. August and Everything After is my favorite album of all time. And, again, talking about kind of smart versus dumb of what you get out of it. August and Everything After, you know, that entire album was talking about mental illness, like, decades before anybody was talking about mental illness, and everybody just thought it was kind of a, you know, like, Mr. Jones and me. Everybody just thought that was like a jam. And that one was. But the last song on that album, as we're hunting for birds here, is called A Murder of One, and people thought it was about like killing somebody or something like that, right? Well, no. It's a flock of seagulls, an unkindness of ravens, a covey of quail, and a murder of crows. So a group of crows. So a murder of one. Maybe I should sneak here. Can I even sneak? There we go. A murder of one is all about loneliness. So, Adam Duras is a guy that's like, he's a rock star who's like dated all these beautiful women and can't figure out how to be in a relationship, and kind of can't ever figure out how to get out of his own way to be happy. And I think part of that is he has so much stuff that once you're that rich and you've been kind of that rich and famous for that long, and you don't have any. A lot of times, people like that don't have any friends that'll tell them the truth. Oh, they're flying. That's what I was missing. I don't think there's any way I can make that shot. Like, I actually think throughout history, like, what, I can do with a shotgun. No, I can't make that shot. Oh, wait, I could have. I think a lot of ancient people could take down birds like that with a bow because they survived. So we think of ourselves as so technologically advanced and skilled and stuff, and sure, I can sit there and do computer things all day, but if I had to shoot a bird with a bow for the well-being of my people, I don't think I could. Oh, that wasn't it. Didn't get that shot. It's kind of fun playing this way on hard time limits, because it asks you what you can do with a short amount of time, and you kind of enjoy it more because you know when you're going to stop. Like, talking about, like, this being kind of a place to get into or whatever. Amanda's pretty good about, like, work and then kind of take a little bit of a break or something like that on a Saturday. It's like, let's work and then, like, chill out for a minute or whatever. And I tend to be a person who just slams my head into something over and over again until it's done. The problem is it's diminishing returns. Like, I just keep going and I become slower and more ineffective, and et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so I'm back in town. I need to find some kind of activity to level up, like hunting or taking on some kind of side quest or something like that. Or finding... I could have done that. Oh. Think I can loot some treasure in 6 minutes? I gotta say, this is probably the most refreshing thing I could do with my lunch hour. Like, I'm ready to go back and kind of slam into the tasks, do what I need to do for the day job, help people out or whatever. That's the thing, like, you working in marketing or whatever, like, you realize that your efforts are tied to, like, real people out there, or at least you should, and that's, like, the most fun for me, is that, it's, you have an opportunity to help somebody. People like, oh, corporate America is all about the money. Oh, my PC battery is running low. I got 5 minutes left. I guess if this stream cuts off, it's because it dies. I'll play right up to the end of my 2 o'clock lunch break here. So I gotta sneak in and loot some treasure. I gotta level up my character so I can play the next quest. I wonder if this went to Periscope and YouTube and LinkedIn today. I have no idea. My entire viewing audience has been on Facebook so far. I don't want to stop and see what the battery life's at. This is a huge battery eater. I may just have to go ahead and start bringing in a power cord. I think it probably does do better. I just don't want to haul it back and forth. I don't want to spend 50 bucks on another one. Oh. Okay, let's just stop and, like, check out. Oh, sorry about that. Those are called NPCs, non-playable characters. Interesting, just kind of seeing the head coverings, like, kind of people wear robes. That person's got, like, a one-sided robe on, like, overalls, one side unhitched. The whole thing being that you, oh. I kill these rats? Can I shoot a rat? No. Rats have no value. Just like in real life. Okay, so I think I gotta sneak in here and steal some stuff. So maybe I can climb a cliff. I mean, okay, here's the thing. I don't make many, like, you know, gendered statements or whatever, but 3 minutes left, so I probably won't get this done, but at least... Oh, I can save somebody with 3 minutes left. Who is being abused by a soldier. Oh. Interesting. Oh, the dude in prison. I'm pretty legalistic about sticking my lunch hour. I really won't go past 2 o'clock. But you know, so what I need to do now is like just move this dude. Whatever. Alright. I'm having a hard time. So where is this guy at? Is he in prison up here? Probably gonna have to pick this up next time. Oh, there it goes.